Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it was much requested of me after I did my NovelTeas haul to do a review of the teas inside of these beautiful tins. And so if you want to learn more about NovelTeas and what the tins look like, get a closer look at those, then I will link in a card that video about the tins. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 teas that were in these 3 beautiful tins and my thoughts on those. So first up is Don Quixote, and this one is a chai tea, and it was one of the ones that I was a little skeptical about because I'm really picky about my chai teas. And so I gave this one a try. I have it right here, and it is a black tea with cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger root, and it's actually a really lovely chai. So I don't really like my chais to be super in your face and to be really overpowering. So I don't like it when they basically sock you in the face with spices. This one does not do that one. I would say the closest thing I've tried to this is the stash chai, and that is actually one of my favorite chais. So this is something I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of. You can definitely taste the cinnamon in it, I think, the most. The ginger is very subtle, and the black tea definitely is there. It's not overpowered by the spices, so it's definitely a really good subtle chai flavor, and it's one that I don't know that I would necessarily mix with like milk or almond milk or anything to make a latte out of. It's one that makes a really good just plain chai with nothing in it, and I really enjoyed it, and my husband really enjoyed it. And again, it is kind of like the stash chai, so if you were a fan of that one, then this one would be right up your alley. Next up is the picture of Earl Grey, and this was one that kind of stumped me in the box. So I expected this to be a straight up Earl Grey tea, but it's actually a jasmine green tea, black tea, rose petals, and natural flavors. So I wasn't sure what to expect when I went to try this one, and I made my husband participate in this project because I like to get his opinion on teas, and also because he is actually someone who really likes Earl Grey teas. I don't like Earl Grey tea at all, so I don't really have a strong opinion, I guess, about whether or not it tastes like Earl Grey tea. It is, to me, reminiscent of what I think Earl Grey tastes like or smells like, and I thought it did have a citrus flavor. My husband, on the other hand, said that he really tasted the jasmine and the rose petals, and that he didn't really get a citrus flavor, which is what Earl Grey is really known for. Now again, I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be like a sort of take on Earl Grey or not, but to me, someone who doesn't drink a lot of Earl Grey, it reminded me of what Earl Grey smells like and sort of tastes like. But to someone who is a heavy Earl Grey drinker, I think they would think that this is nothing like it. So to me, this one tastes kind of like an Earl Grey, and I get the floral, but I feel like there is citrus in it, whereas my husband definitely disagreed. He thought that it tasted strongly of the floral flavors. He really liked this tea, but he said to him it was nothing like an Earl Grey. So differing opinions there, which goes to show you that tea is a very personal thing. I think maybe if you're a heavy Earl Grey drinker, you aren't going to like this as like an Earl Grey, but you might like this one just based on its flavor. So I guess expect something floral and a little bit citrusy. I'm gonna say it's a little bit citrusy. And then last up is War and Peach. This one is a white tea with pineapple, peach, chamomile, sunflower, and artificial flavors. And this one to me is very earthy. So I can taste the peach really strongly, but I can also taste the chamomile pretty strongly, and I get a little bit of the white tea, but I think the other flavors kind of overpower the white tea, which can happen when you do flavors with white teas. I do think that the 2 dominant flavors in here are the earthiness from the chamomile and then the peach flavor. I think this is one of those teas that could be really, really good iced. So it is a lighter tea for sure, and it's one of those teas that I can imagine drinking sort of in the summer. And again, it would be a really good iced tea. I think if you added sweetener to this, then it would be even better, and it might tone down that earthiness if that's something that you're concerned about. But I think that this is probably one of the most unique of the flavors from the 3 teas, because to me, this one doesn't taste like anything I've had before. So I've had a lot of peach teas, a lot of you know, fruity flavored white teas, but this one I feel like was really unique and I like it, and I look forward to trying it iced. So definitely the teas are very high quality, and one of the things that I noticed from the moment of opening the bag was that they are fresh, because it was like getting punched in the face with scent because they are so strong, and that's definitely speaks to their freshness. And I believe that they are in fact organically sourced. I don't know for sure, don't quote me on that, but it's definitely whole leaf, and it's definitely full of all kinds of delicious flavors. And if you were worried about whether or not the teas themselves would live up to the beautiful tins, definitely don't be worried, because they absolutely do. I was really impressed with the flavors. I was really impressed with the quality of the tea, and I think that any tea lover would be happy to have this kind of tea in their collection. And yeah, I hope that you guys give it a try. If you do, I would love to hear your thoughts on the different teas and which one was your favorite, because I really think the Don Quixote was my favorite, which is surprising because that's the one that I didn't think I was going to like, but it reminds me of the stash tea that I had on my honeymoon, and so that's a really happy memory for me, and I like to find good chais that I can drink year-round, so that's probably my favorite. Alright, well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!